Hello there, and welcome to Andre's Artist Profile. Today would have been the 72nd birthday of Mr. Otis Redding. Otis Redding was the primary architect of the Southern Soul sound of the uh, 60s. As a matter of fact, the writer, Nelson George, the author of the book, The Death of Rhythm and Blues, actually went as far as to suggest that the fortunes of the Stax label rose and fell with Otis Redding. It's no coincidence that following his death in 1968 after a horrible plane crash, which killed the majority of the Bar-Kays' first lineup as well, foreshadowed Stax's enormous economic woes later that year. But I'm gonna start here with the first Otis Redding album I actually ever had, and this has been reissued a lot actually, and is considered Otis Redding's classic album from 1966, Otis Blue. Otis Redding Sings Soul. This contains the original version of the song Respect, made famous, as you all know, a year later by the Queen of Soul herself, Aretha Franklin. I would say that Etta James is the Queen of Rhythm and Blues, but, I know a friend of mine named Thomas Carley might debate that, but that's not the point of this video. Anyway, the complete, unbelievable, the Otis Redding Dictionary of Soul, my. It's a long name, but for the most part, people call this album the complete and unbelievable Otis Redding Dictionary of Soul, or Otis Redding the Dictionary of Soul. Now, this album came out in 1966 as well, and featured his standard Try a Little Tenderness. Just all of these albums that I'm talking about set the tone for just about any retro soul album of recent years, which is all based in the Southern Soul movement, it seems. Because the instrumentation and the rhythm is so strong and so funky, it's unbelievable. Great album, of course. Now, this is a duet album between Otis Redding and Carla Thomas, the daughter of Rufus Thomas, called King and Queen. And the reason I got this album was because of a great song on it called Tramp. One of the funkiest things Otis Redding actually recorded, where he and Carla jest about him being country and not good enough a guy for her. It's just a really amazing album through and through. A lot of Southern Soul covers from the Isaac Hayes and David Porter team, but really, really great album. Otis live in Europe. Now, as you all know, this was during a time where Otis Redding was making a huge impact as a live performer, and this album really captures that spirit, made in 1967. Now, this album was actually released after Otis Redding died, and it's called Dock of the Bay, which was his last hit, again, after he died. Really great album there, too. But anyway, there's a lot more Otis Redding albums out there, I know, but that's just what I have. And I'm probably going to end up with more because Otis Redding is an artist that, almost transcends artistry and soul sometimes. I see him as right in there with the James Brown League and the Sam Cooke. The difference is that Otis Redding was more a straight vocal interpreter rather than an instrumentalist, a performer, or a songwriter per se. But, his influence was just really tremendous. And I wanted to tell all you Southern Soul fans, I'm thinking about Otis today and his enormous influence on the lexicon of music in general. See you next time.